press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children. Today in this class we are going to study about a new topic, that is natural vegetation. In this, what do we mean by natural vegetation? The vegetation or plants and trees, everything, or a habitat which is created by the nature is known as natural vegetation. Now we are going to see in detail about this natural vegetation. Okay, and this natural vegetation, in the textbook they have given a storyboard about a girl named Salima. A girl, Salima, will travel with her parents to a far place, that is Manali, which is in Himachal Pradesh. There, while traveling in the bus or some vehicle, she will notice the changes in the natural vegetation from one place to another place. She will notice that in the lower hills of the Manali, she find a broad-leaved trees, but as she goes up, she will find the longer trees with a pointed leaves in it. That is how she notices, and she also notices some kind of snow which is present in the upper hills of the Manali, and there will be no snow in the lower foothills of the Manali. Like this, she will notice some kind of changes in the natural vegetation from one place to another place. So, in the storyboard, what they are communicating with us is, they are telling us that natural vegetation varies from one place to another place. This natural vegetation, let me write, this natural vegetation, it varies from one place to another place. Okay. This natural vegetation, it depends on the height. It depends on the height. It depends on the climate. Okay, this natural vegetation, it changes from one height to another height level, and it also changes from one climate to another climate. You have known what is climate, right? Yes, we have seen about climate in the previous classes. So, this natural vegetation, it varies from height to height and also from climate to climate. This natural vegetation, we can see many different kind of natural vegetation. They may be dependent upon moisture, temperature, or it may be thickness of the soil, or it may be yes, these are the things where natural vegetation depended on these factors. It may be a moisture, temperature, thickness of the soil, climate, height, etc. Depending on these factors, natural vegetation changes from one place to another place. Okay, this natural vegetation changes from one place to another place because of it depends on the factors thickness of the soil, moisture, temperature, climate and height, etc. You see, I will give the example. Thickness of the soil. You take black cotton soil. A black soil which is very thick, it will help in the production of cotton. Cotton is very much suitable for the black soils. These black soils, this is heavy soils, we can find in Maharashtra. But this sandy soil, which is the sandy soil, it is not suitable for the crop growing, that is cotton growing. In the sandy soil, we can only see the cactus, okay, we can only see the cactus, but that cactus cannot be grown in the black cotton soil, and meanwhile the cotton cannot be grown in the sandy soil. Okay, let me write to understand. In the sandy soil, we can easily go cactus. In the black soil, we can easily go cotton. Okay, but we cannot grow cactus in the black soil and cotton in the sandy soil, because these crops, this natural vegetation, it is dependent upon these factors, that is they are dependent upon the particular soil. For a particular soil, particular crop is grown. Similarly, for a different soil, different crop is grown. This is how the natural vegetation differs from place to place, from thickness, from soil to soil, and moisture. Where there is a much amount of moisture, there different kind of crops will grow, and where there is a less amount of moisture, there different kind of crops will grow. Similar way for the temperature also. Where there is a high temperature, there is one kind of crops will grow. Where there is a low temperature, there also some kind of crops will grow. Like this, the natural vegetation, it depended on these factors. It depend on the height. There is a difference in the natural vegetation from height to height. At the higher altitudes, there is different type of natural vegetation, and at the lower altitudes, there is different kind of natural vegetation. So, this is about the natural vegetation and how it vary from place to place. Now, we will see about the different topic, that is this natural vegetation. It also there are different kind of natural vegetation. This natural vegetation, it is broadly classified into 3 different kinds. This natural vegetation, this is, let me write it again. This natural vegetation, it is broadly classified into 3 different kinds. They are 3 broad categories. 3 categories. They are forest, and the second one is grasslands, and the third one is shrubs. This natural vegetation, it is classified into different categories, though there are 3 categories mainly, that is forests, grasslands, and the third one is shrubs. In the forest areas, where do these forests grow? Forest will grow where there is a plenty of temperature and rainfall. There is a plenty of rain and temperature and high temperature. There this forest will grow. Okay. Where there is a plenty of rainfall and the temperature, at that place these forests will grow, and these forests depends upon the factors which I have mentioned earlier. That may be a soil, that may be a moisture, temperature, height, anything. These depends upon those factors. And forest, where we can see where there is a plenty of rainfall and the high temperature. At that area there form a high tree cover, that we call it as a forest. This is about the forest. Now we will see about the grasslands. Okay, then second one is grassland. These grasslands, they will grow in the region where there is a moderate rain. These grow in the region where there is a moderate rain. Okay, there are three kinds of natural vegetation. The first one is forest. Forest, we can see the region where there is a plenty of rain and high temperature, and that also depends on all the factors which we have mentioned earlier. And the second one is grasslands. These grasslands we can see at the moderate rainfall regions, where we can see them at the moderate rainfall regions. Then the next one is shrubs. Let me rub the grassland so that you guys can see it clearly, and I will write the shrub. Third one is shrubs. The shrubs, the smallest or densest trees, they can be grown in the dry regions. These are thorny. They may be thorny or they may not be. These shrubs or scrubs, they are grown in the dry regions. They are grown in the dry regions. So, till now we have seen three different kinds of this natural vegetation. The first one, we have seen the forest, where there is a high amount or a plenty of rainfall and the moisture or a temperature. There we can see the forest. And where there is a moderate rainfall, there we can see the grasslands. Grass means, a grass. That is known as grassland. A group of a field which contain a grass is grassland. That's it. Shrub is a small bushy like plants. Okay. The area where the dry region area, we can see these shrubs. Okay. This is about three kinds of natural vegetation. What are those three? That is forest, the second one is grasslands, and the third one is shrubs. These three are three kinds of natural vegetation. We can see forest in the high temperature and plenty rainful areas, and we can see grasslands in the moderate rain areas, and we can see shrubs in the dry regions. So, this is about the types of or categories of natural vegetation. Now, we will study in detail about these topics. The first one is forest. We are going to see about the forest. I have already said forest can be where we can see the forest where there is a high amount of temperature and rainfall. At that place we can see what we can see? We can see the forest, and also this forest depends on all the factors like moisture, temperature, rain, height, and also soil factors. This forest varies from place to place depending upon the factors. Then the first one in the forest is tropical evergreen forest. Tropical evergreen forest. These tropical evergreen forests are also called as the tropical, or they are also called as tropical rainforest. See, these tropical evergreen forest, they are also called as tropical rainforest. Okay. In the forest, there are different kind of forest. That is, the first one is tropical evergreen forest, which is also called as tropical rain forest. These forests are now in every kind of forest. We are going to see the features of the forest and what are the animals we can find in the forest, and what are the plants we can find in the forest, and where do we find these kind of forests. These are the things we are going to study in the explanation of these topics. The features. What are the features of this tropical evergreen forest? You will see different kind of forest. Based on certain features, you can say, oh, this is a tropical rainforest, that is a deciduous forest. Like that you can say. How does you can say? Because of considering some factors. What are those factors? Let me write them. These tropical evergreen forests, these are the thick forest. These are the thick forest occurs in the region near equator and close to tropic, and these regions are hot and receive heavy rainfall. Okay. This tropical evergreen forest, as the name itself indicates, the tropical near the equator, that is close to a tropic. These forests are situated close to a equator or a tropic. Okay, you know what is tropic in the globe? You can see this is tropic, this is equator. Okay, these forests can be seen near to this equator. Then, as the name itself indicates, evergreen, they will be green throughout the year. They will be green throughout all the seasons. It may be either summer, or it may be either winter, or it may be rainy. They will be green throughout all these years. They will be green throughout all the seasons. Okay, that is why they are called evergreen. They are found at the tropical and they are green throughout the year. That is why we call them as a tropical evergreen forest or a tropical rain forest, because these forests are a very thick forest. They are very thick forest and they can be seen near the equator and close to a tropic. And in this forest there is a very hot temperature. There is a much temperature that is very hot in this forest. It will be very hot. We cannot stand for a hour in this forest because that much hot it will contain. And heavy rainfall, and in this forest there will be much rainfall. So this is about the features of the evergreen tropical forest. That is, they will be thick forest and they are situated near the equator and close to a tropic, and they are also hot and heavy rainfall. There will be a much amount of temperature, that is why more amount of hot we can see, and there is a heavy rainfall in that forest areas. And what are the plants and animals we can see in that areas? The plants and animals we can see in the areas are like this. Here, as there is no particular dry season, the trees do not shed okay, let me rub it clearly. No dry season, no particular dry season. So, trees won't shed their leaves, and This is why they are called evergreen. See, as I said already, there will be plenty of rain in this forest. That is why there will be no dry period. Throughout the year there will be a rain. That is why there is no dry season or a summer season. Because of the rain throughout the year, they won't shed their trees, means trees won't shed their leaves because there won't be any dry region. Okay, let me ask you a question. Why do the trees shed their leaves? Because in the dry season or in the summer, they won't get plenty of water for the purpose, for their own purpose. That is why they will shed the leaves in order to survive. Okay, because in the dry season there will not be plenty of water. That is why they shed the leaves. But here there will be a plenty of, in the dry season there won't be a water. There will be a scarcity of water. That is why they shed the trees shed the leaves. But here there will be a plenty of water. That is why they won't shed the leaves throughout the year. That is why they are called rainforests. Okay, that is why they are called rainforests. And okay, here the thick canopies of the closely spaced trees, they will not allow sunlight to enter into the forest. What will happen? In this forest, the thick canopies of the closely spaced trees, they will not allow sunlight to enter into the forest. Okay, here we can find the thick canopies. Okay, here in this forest we can find the thick canopies of a closely spaced trees. They will not allow sunlight to enter into the forest. Even in a day also they will not allow these sun rays enter into the forest because of the closely spaced trees which produce their canopies. Okay, the thick canopies of the closely spaced trees, they will not allow the sun rays to enter into the forest. Okay, and now we will see what are the plants what are the trees we can find in this forest. Okay, we can see rosewood, ebony, mahogany, like we can find hardwood trees in this type of forest. They may be rosewood, ebony or mahogany. Like these 3 points we can find in this tropical evergreen forest. So till now we have seen about the tropical evergreen forest. How does it look? This tropical evergreen forest, here there will be a much amount of rain and the temperature throughout the year. There will not be any dry seasons. Because of that, trees won't shed the leaves. And this tropical evergreen forest, where we can see near the equator or close to a tropic. That is why these are tropical evergreen forests, and there will be a much amount of rain throughout the year. That is why they are called as rainforest. And we can see rosewood, ebony, mahogany like of hardwood plants in this type of forest. And also here, because of the closely spaced trees, the canopy will not allow to enter the sun rays into the forest. Even in the day, sun rays won't enter into the forest. Okay, because of the closely spaced canopies. Okay, understood? This is about the tropical evergreen forest. Now we will see another kind of forest. Now we will see the second type of forest. Okay, children, now we are going to see the topic, that is the second type, that is tropical deciduous forest. Deciduous. Okay. Now we can see the tropical deciduous forest. This is the second type of forest in the tropic forests. How do these deciduous forests look? Let me write the features, then I will explain them. These are also called as monsoon, or let me write it here, or monsoon forest, and these can be found in northern Australia, some parts of India, and Central America, and these region experience the seasonal changes. Trees shed their leaves in the their leaves in dry season. To conserve water, hardwood trees are found in these forests like sal, teak, neem, shisham, etc. These hardwood trees are extremely useful for the purpose of furniture, transport and constructional material. And also we can see tigers, lions, elephants, langurs and monkeys are common in this region, and anaconda is also seen here. Okay, this is the points about the tropical deciduous forest. This tropical deciduous forest is also called as monsoon forest because here seasonal changes will happen. In this forest changes according to a season. For a summer season, trees will shed their leaves. In a winter, they will start to develop, new leaves will start to develop. That kind of changes will happen from season to season in this tropical deciduous forest or also monsoon forest. But in the previous evergreen forest, there were no such kind of seasonal changes. But here it will happen. See, this tropical deciduous forest, these can be seen in the northern Australia, north part of Australia and some parts of India, in some parts of India, and Central America. In the Central America, we can see these kind of tropical deciduous forest. And as I said already, in these deciduous forest, seasonal changes will happen. Okay, these forests change from season to season. Like they will shed their leaves in the dry season in order to conserve the water. They want more water, but in dry season there will be a scarcity of water. That is why they will shed their leaves in order to conserve the water. And example, what kind of trees we can see in this forest? That is sal, teak, neem and sesame. These points you can get in the textbook, so I am not written this in clear manner. You guys can refer to a textbook, just listen to an explanation now. Okay, we can see sal, teak, neem and sesame. Sal, teak, neem and sesame in the tropical deciduous forest. And these hardwood trees, sal, neem, teak and sesame, they are used to make the furnitures, and they also used to make the transport and constructional materials. What are the materials required for the transport and the constructional purpose? Those can be done with the help of these trees. Okay, and here in this tropical deciduous forest, we can see tiger, we can see lion, we can see leopards, we can see langurs, we can see monkeys, etc. And also, anaconda, a world's big snake, which can even eat animals. It can eat us, even a bigger crocodile. It can eat bigger animals too. Those kind of anacondas are also seen in this deciduous forest or a monsoon forest. So, this is about the second type of forest. Here in this chapter, you have to note down all the features of the forest, and you have to learn the features, how they look like, and what we can see, what kind of trees will be there, what kind of animals will be there, and what kind of temperature will be there. Everything you should look into a textbook, you will get it everything. Now just listen to what I am saying, because this is the very important topic. Now I am explaining. Okay, so this was about the tropical deciduous forest. Then the another forest that is we will see now. The third type of forest now we are going to see is temperate evergreen forest. We have seen tropical evergreen forest, but now we are going to see temperate evergreen forest. Temperate evergreen forest. Now we are going to see about the temperate evergreen forest. In the previous before some minutes we have seen the tropical evergreen forest. Now we are going to see temperate evergreen forest. Understood guys? Tropical is different, temperate is different. Okay. Here in this temperate evergreen forest we have different points, like these are located in the mid-latitudinal coastal region. And also they can be commonly found along eastern region of the continent. Example, Southeast USA, South China, and in Southeast Brazil. These temperate evergreen forests, these are where we can see, these can be seen at the coastal regions and eastern regions of the continents like Southeast USA, South China and in Southeast Brazil. Here we can see this type of forest. And what are the other features of the forest? This forest, it is a composite of both hardwood and the softwood trees like oak, pine, eucalyptus, etc. This temperate evergreen forest, it contains both the composite, let me write down, it contains composite of hardwood and softwood trees. Okay, this temperate evergreen forest, it consists of oak, pine and eucalyptus kind of trees, and this is the composite of both hardwood and the softwood trees, and we can see this kind of forest in the eastern continents, that is South China, South Brazil, and like that areas we can see this kind of temperate evergreen forest. So, in this class we have seen about the natural vegetation and also how does this natural vegetation vary from one place to another place, and also we have seen the factors which affect the natural vegetation, like it may be a moisture, temperature, soil, height and the climatic factors, because this natural vegetation, it will changes from climate to climate. Okay, those are the factors we have seen. And next we have seen three kinds of natural vegetation, that is forest, grasslands and the shrubs. Where there is a plenty of rain and where there is a much amount of temperature, there we can see the forest. Where there is a medium rainfall, there we can see grasslands. Where there is a dry region, there we can see shrubs, right. In the forest we have seen tropical evergreen forest or tropical rainforest and tropical deciduous forest, and the third one is temperate evergreen forest. Today we have seen the three kinds of forest in the forest topic. Okay, and there are many more other kind of forest. We will see them in the next class. So we have seen about the features of these forests and what are the animals we can see there, what kind of trees we can see there, how climate will changes, everything we have seen regarding the natural vegetation or this forest. So this is the end of the today's class, and we will see the rest topics in the further classes. Thank you.